Most people probably think that Moses was giving a trick question to the Israelites. When he presented them the commandments, he said, reject the commandments and reject life. Accept the commandments and live. And a lot of people will think that's such a shady deal, Moses. I mean, the commandments themselves bring death to us. I mean, they are so limiting. How can we live life and follow the commandments at the same time? And yet, there is nothing in the Bible that says that the Israelites uh, complained about the commandments, at least when it was given to them, because they knew that Moses, that God, was not giving them a punishment, that God was not giving them a condition that they need to follow, else they will be rejected. No. Instead, they know that the commandments that were given to them are actually roadmaps toward life. And those who fail uh, are not punished, but rather they failed because they did not want to reach God. And if you will look at the saints, all of them tried to follow these commandments as much as they could. They tried to sacrifice, give their lives as much as they could. And no one will contest that the saints are the happiest people. The saints are the most content, whoever they are, wherever they are, however poor or rich they were. Because they knew that loving God and giving your life is actually gaining it. And it's not the opposite. So when you are challenged uh, to sacrifice for God, to live a life that's aligned with His will, know that it is not because God wants to give you a hard time, but rather know that God is giving you a roadmap because life without Him is not life at all. And when we look at the gospel in the New Testament today, we see that Jesus said that I will have to undergo suffering, and if you want to follow me, you will have to do the same. Jesus went through the same thing that He is asking all of us. And again, Jesus was happy. Those who followed Him were happy. You see, the irony is that people complain that the commandments, God's will, sacrificing are the ones that make you feel sad or the one that drains the life from you. And yet again, like I said, all those who follow Jesus experience the exact opposite. So Moses, God is giving you the same question. Are you going to choose life or are you going to choose death? Are you going to live your life aligned with God and be able to receive His blessing? Or are you going to turn away from Him and live a life of sin and not being able to receive anything from God because you have closed your heart, you have closed yourself from Him?